What up, guys? We're here with Julian Camaron Ramirez, who is going to be fighting main card on the LA fight night for the Belasco Theatre on Friday, January 29th. How does it feel? You're coming up now. You're a contender, and you're going for the vacant WBC Youth Featherweight title. How are you feeling about that?
I'm excited. It's gonna put me in the top 15 rankings, winning this, and I know I'm in for a tough fight. I know Chris. He's a good fighter. I seen him fight Russell Avalos. I like his style. I think he's a good fighter, good counter puncher. He's aggressive when he needs to be. He's a smart fighter, so I'm prepared. For him at his best, and I'm just ready to fight.
And Chris Martin's a big name for you on your record. How are you preparing for him?
I train hard for him. I train hard. Like I said, I know he's a good fighter. I've seen him growing up. And I know he's a good fighter. I can't just be like, oh, he had a couple of losses, and say, oh, I could beat him because this guy beat him or that guy beat him. I'm not any guy that beat him, and I'm a whole different guy. And I know I'm a different guy that I'm a different style that he's fought. So it's going to be a good fight. I know he's coming to win, and I'm coming to win, and it's going to be a good fight.
You say that you saw him growing up, you were watching him fight. So does that give you a different perspective on him, that if you never saw him fight before, you would probably take it a little bit more like, I want to go beat him up instead of maybe having some respect for him?
Nah, when I get in there, all respect goes out, Outside the ring, I got to respect everything he's done because, he's a good fighter. He's fought in there with some of the best guys and, world champions. And, I respect him. I respect any boxer as a fighter, but when I'm in there, I'm not going to respect him, he's not going to respect me either, so it's a fight.
Well, now that you're rising up to be a contender, how does that make you feel? How does that push you and drive you in your camp to train harder?
A lot of people are asking me that, a lot of people are asking me, oh, you're going to go from a prospect to contender, but to me, it don't really matter. I just know it's just another fight. I'm going up, and the difference, to me, I don't really believe in prospect, contender. I don't really believe in that. I believe in, you're a fighter, you're a boxer, or you're a world champion. That's the only two things that are different from fighters. It's either you're number one or you're not.
And I'm sure you always think of yourself as a world champion.
That's the plan. That's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to the top.
Do you have a specific belt that you're eyeing right now?
Don't matter. Don't matter. My uncle had the WBC. I like that one. It's green. Everybody likes that one. But any world title is nice. I like all the world titles. Pretty nice.
Your uncle Renato Hernandez. How does he influence you in your boxing?
Well, rest in peace to him. My uncle. But he just told me at the end. He would always tell me don't be a boxer, don't be a boxer. But I'm a boxer, and when he was already going out, he told me, if you're gonna be in this, just go till you can't throw no more, and that's it. He's like, when you train, you gotta make sure you can't pick up your arms, and then come back the next day and do it all over again. And that's what I've been doing. I've been training hard. I'm exhausted, and I know I get a couple days rest in between before the fight, and I'll be ready.
You were training throughout the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. How do you stay focused not to touch anything to prevent you from, gaining some weight?
At my house, my grandma, every day is, Christmas, every day is Thanksgiving. She always cooks bombs, so it's I'm used to it. Thanksgiving, just another day to me, it's not really big, and Thanksgiving, I give thanks, to God every day. I pray at night, I'll give my thanks all the time, so Thanksgiving is just another day for me. And Christmas, I'm already a big boy, I'm not waiting under the tree looking, for Santa. That's for my little sister and all that. So as for the food, I have bomb food at the house all the time, so I'm used to it already. I'm used to everybody making fun of me that I can't eat, and everybody's eating in my face. I'm used to all that already.
You're now a father. How does it feel to have a son? How old is he?
He's going to be 2 months, and, he's my little mini-me, and, I'm just I want to see him. You know, I want to kick it with him. I just want to chill with him, and I want to hold him, and that's that. You know, I want to be with him right now.
Is your mentality has changed in any way since you had him?
Just you know, stop talking to a lot of girls. You know, I stopped talking to a lot of girls, and I got my boy now, and that's that.
Do you think that he would want to grow up, if he were to grow up and say, "Hey, Dad, I want to be just like you, I want to be a fighter"? What would you talk to him about?
I would try to keep him away from the boxing. You know, from the fight game. I want him to know how to fight. You know, I'm gonna for sure teach him how to fight. I'm gonna probably bully him myself. You know, slam him and stuff. You know, WWE style. But I don't know. You know, I'll tell him go to school for sure. You know, I'll make sure he got good grades. I'll be hard on him on that. And if he wants to be a boxer, well, there's a long road ahead of him. You know, it's a long road. But I don't want him to be a boxer.
Well, all jokes aside, congratulations on getting your title shot here, and good luck on Friday, January 29th. Last thing you want to maybe say to your fans really quick?
Just, you know, want to tell them that I'm fighting January 29th at the LA Fight Club in Belasco. And if you can't make it, you can see it on Estrella TV on channel 62.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you, Julian.